Good morning, everybody. It is me, and you are live with me, Shakeitha Patterson. And spoken words program your spirit, your heart, either to success or defeat. And so that is the encouragement for today on the timeline. Um, so meaning that be careful about what you speak. So, good morning to everyone, and I am happy that you're here. And I'm gonna go ahead and get into it today because yesterday I kind of ran over my own time schedule and I got a little off task. So, and being that I actually had a project I had to do on yesterday, which took me all of 2 hours, which it shouldn't even took me that long because I only had one thing I was working on. Um, and most of that was because I was not completely prepared and I wasn't giving complete instructions on what I was supposed to have taken with me. So I was a little ill prepared yesterday. So I'm going to try to stay on task and keep it moving. And good morning to whoever just popped on. I thank you, appreciate you for hopping on here with me. Um, I'm trying to get over here on my phone so I can actually see if it's going to show me anything. I don't know. So normally I would actually do this on the watch party. And you know what? Let me go ahead and share it on the watch party. Um, and let's get a couple of people on here. And I'm working on trying to slow down a little bit. Okay. So I got the watch party going, and I'm excited for a lot of people today. I don't really get to do, be on Facebook like all the time, which I can't consume all my time on Facebook, which I know a lot of people do. I try to, stick to a schedule, try not to be on there as much, and try not to, um, you know, bog people down with a bunch of stuff. I mean, my whole goal is to be inspirational, motivational, and I hope that I can be uplifting to some people. And good morning to you, Partha. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. Um, so my purpose of coming on here, and a lot of it's to help me build my confidence up. But however, in the process, if I can help someone feel encouraged or motivated by anything that I'm sharing, I am grateful for that. And that kind of, takes me into having a attitude of gratitude and just being grateful and gracious to those who actually, come on and listen to the shares that I do. So I'm really appreciative of that. And I know a lot of people, when they do their Facebook lives, they're advertising or something, but I do a little bit of that. That's not my ultimate goal, is to get on here and advertise, but my goal is to basically build myself up, but in the process build someone else up as well. Now I do have promotions and things of that nature right there, but you know I'm more or less wanting to let people know who I am, get comfortable with me. I mean, and knowing that I'm an actual real person. I have feelings. I get emotional. I'm, in the happy, the low. You know, I'm not one of these people out here, flashing money at you or anything like that. I'm just a regular, ordinary person. And we all have one thing in mind, and in goal is, one thing in mind and goal. Yes, we want to be successful. And that even goes back to spoken words. Um, is either you're gonna speak success or you're gonna speak defeat. Good morning, Bay Mendez. Good morning to you. Glad you're here. Appreciate you dropping in. Um, and I'm just kind of trying to slow down my pace a little bit so people can really get to know who I am, because I know I'm on a time schedule, and I don't want to, take up a whole bunch of people's time, and I know people pop in and out, because they seeing, hey, what are you talking about? But like you said, like I said, my ultimate goal is to, let people know who I am. I mean, because most of us out here, we are marketers. We're marketing something. And then the thing is, I want people to know who I am. And pretty much what I stand for. I'm not, like I said, not out here to flash money at nobody, or try to sell you something constantly. I mean, because when you think about it, we all in the business of selling something. But ultimately, my goal is to let you know who I am and that I am a real person. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I have emotions, I have feelings, I have my ups, I have my downs. It just to know who I am. So, um, so moving right along, over here on the screen, I'm getting my points on. I'm getting my points on because normally I point the wrong way. I have to remember it's in the reverse. And at one point, my camera used to be exactly mirrored, so I can actually point to where I want to point to. But for some reason or other, that feature is gone, so I be pointing the wrong direction. But over here on the screen, it says, if you are not willing to risk the unusual, you will have to settle for the ordinary. And I normally don't do this, but you can also follow me on here on Facebook, uh, Instagram, and Twitter. And I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. I don't do too much on uh Twitter. All my stuff pretty much, whatever I post here on Facebook, it automatically posts on Twitter. Um and Instagram, I'm on there but not on there. I mean, but I am definitely on there, and I do post over there on Instagram. Um for the most part. And I also am on Pinterest, probably on a lot of platforms, but you can actually, follow me there if you would like. And that's there on the screen if you can read it. I know it's a little bit small, but yes. So let's get into the brainy quotes. And I do, I want to touch on something that, my husband asked me this yesterday morning. I was going to talk about that yesterday, but um, because of time constraint, I didn't get into it. But let me get on into our quotes today. And as we know, it is March the 1st, 2019. We are in the third month and the first day of the month. And I am glad I'm here, and I'm glad that you're here also. And so the first quote we have is, when one paints an ideal, one does not need to limit one's imagination. Ellen P. And I'm not going to elaborate on these quotes this morning. I'm just going to kind of just move through and just share them. And then we have everything's got a moral, if only you can find it. Oh, that's going to be a hard one for me. Lewis Carl. I mean, I would love to elaborate, but I'm going to keep moving it. I'm going to keep my word. I'm going to keep moving it. All right. So, and people who throw kisses are hopelessly lazy. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And then that was Bob Hope. Wow. Okay. Let me move right along. And we got the art quote for this morning. It's, every picture shows a spot with which the artists have fallen in love. Oh, that's sweet. And then we have the nature quote. Oh, I'm sorry, and that was Alfred Sisley. And then we have the nature quote. Okay, in the depth of winter, I finally learned that there was in me an invincible summer. Oh, that's sweet too. Oh, no, some nice ones today. And that's Albert Cummins. And then the funny quote. Let's see. Let's hope that it's funny. Hope that it's funny for me. Okay, it says, make crime pay, become a lawyer. I got it. I got it. That's Will Rogers. I got it. Become a lawyer. Make crime pay. I like it. Okay, and we're gonna move right on over into the birthdays today. And the first one we have on my list, and maybe on some other people's list because we may be friends with the same people. We have Crystal Rios. Happy birthday, Crystal. And just a little bit about Crystal. I met Crystal at uh I just had a brain fart. Oh my god, y'all just really just had a brain blow. Um GNC. I met Crystal at GNC, and I'm sitting here thinking about all the supplements going in my mind, and I'm thinking exercise the whole 9 yards because it's related to where I met, how I met her. But yes, Crystal Real, she's a very lovely person. She's a sweet girl. Happy birthday to you, Crystal. And then we have Stuart Kendall. Happy birthday to you, Stuart. We got Moshe Smith. Happy birthday, girl. We got Bilal Katu. Happy birthday to you. He's 24 years old this morning. We got Salt. I'm not going to pronounce his last name because I can't. Happy birthday to you. We got Dave Camp, 65 years young. Happy birthday to you, Dave. And we have Ace Nelson. Happy birthday to you. He's 34 years old this morning, today. And as always, I hope that you get what your heart's desire. Do whatever it is that you want and enjoy your day. Happy birthday, guys. And let's get into what I was asked. My husband asked me, and I have a little checklist. and the question that he asked me, he says, what would you tell a young girl or a young woman that was promiscuous? and I'm more or less going to relate this over more or less to myself, and my response is because I was young, and I guess you could say a little promiscuous on the quiet side, because I was a very quiet person, and you know what they say, quiet people are sneaky. But really, essentially, on the serious note, what I will tell a young girl or a young woman in today's time, and if this is something that I, you know, really knew, if I could really foresee, if I really could have foresawn the future, I probably, my life would have been a little bit different, or I would have did different. And if I would have listened, and that's key, is to listen. And a lot of times, we don't listen because a lot of times we feel that someone is trying to be in control of our life, and that's not so. And that's where I say, as a young person, I failed in listening. And it is important to listen. Nobody's trying to control your life, nobody's trying to run you. You're trying to help you and guide you in the right direction. And it's just simply wisdom and guidance. So, but what I would tell a young girl or woman is to, first of all, is to focus on you. Focus on you. Focus on what you want out of your life. Focus on, your goals and what you're gonna do to meet those goals. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. If I could, like I said, if I could change anything in my life and start all over. Now, mind you, I love my children deeply, but I would have not done the things that I'd done to bring them in this world, for one. It would have been a little bit more planned. And that's what I would say, for one, is to plan your life. Plan it, because you have the opportunity to plan. And it's almost like, it says, write the vision, make it plain. So write out what you want in your life, and it will come to pass. And stay on that course. And like I was telling my husband, I would not have experienced some of the things that I have experienced, and I would have gotten and done everything that I would have wanted to do, first of all, before even thinking about bringing anybody's child into this world. It would have been a little bit more planned, and even in the aspect of dating, I probably would not have dated anyone. I probably would have been a virgin, okay? I probably would not have given myself so freely to people who did not really appreciate me. And that's another thing. Appreciate who you are. Appreciate your life. Appreciate your body. and just don't freely just give it to anybody. Just really don't just give yourself. And there's a scripture in the Bible that says, guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it leaks the issues of life. And you want to guard your heart. You just don't want to just give your heart to anybody that does not deserve it, that does not appreciate who you are. And the thing is, and when you have come to the point of getting everything that you want in your life, and you have met your goal to the point that you are ready to have children, you're ready to start dating, and even in the dating process, put out on the table, put it out there what you want, what you're looking for, and what you're not going to settle for. And that's on both sides. You got to communicate, and that's key. Open the lines of communication, because if you don't communication, nothing is going to be ruled correctly. I mean, everything can come in and it can be disrupted because you did not communicate what you want, or you might be left heartbroken because you didn't communicate what you want, or even in the midst of your hurts, communicate. Okay, you hurt me. Communicate that. How can we work to fix this? And this is things that I'm doing now, in my relationship with my husband. We communicate and we talk about what I didn't really appreciate you saying XYZ to me, and one thing I learned also, and I read this book, and I don't know if you can still find it somewhere, but it's called Catch Him and Keep Him. And I'm talking to the young girls and the young women and the women in general out there. This book is really a good book. It was written by a man. I can't remember his name, but the book is called Catch Him and Keep Him. And really that right there, that kind of helped me to understand the points on the man side. And that's why it's so important, young girls, young women, is to be able to handle your own. Be able to take care of yourself. Don't let it be the responsibility of someone else to take care of you. That's why it's important that you get your life together. It's important that you get what you want. Be able to take care of you in the event that if you get married, and yes, it's ultimate, when we get married, we come together, we take care of each other. But the thing is, it says that's why, when we think about marriage, and in the beginning it says, God gave Adam a helpmeet. And simply to understand what a helpmeet is. A helpmeet to me is that, okay, if my husband can't meet this need and I can help him. A helpmeet, help him meet the needs that he cannot make on his own. We are helpmeets. We are to help them to get on their day. We're supposed to help them. So, not steering away from the initial question, what I will tell you, but those are things that you have to look into and look, what you're going to have to do when you get to that point. So the thing is, first of all, take care of you. And when you are able to take care of you, and when you have children, when you get married, you'll be able to help, you'll be able to take care of your children, you'll be able to take care of your husband, and sometimes even the other extra things that you may be able to do. So again, those who are out there, young women, girls who are promiscuous, I tell you, take care of you and don't give yourself away freely. And I really hope that I encouraged you on this morning. If you're out there watching this morning, that take those words to heed. Because like I said, I have to look back on my own life and how a lot of things that took place in my life, they could have been avoided if I would have had a listen. And so I'm just saying, if you have someone, a woman of wisdom that's giving you instructions, take those instructions. Take heed to them instructions. Because one thing that I say, warning comes before destruction. So don't let your life be destructive. And just listen to the words of wisdom, because wisdom is speaking. And I'm going to close out because my time is definitely up. I appreciate everyone that dropped in on this morning. Um, and I see someone's actually advertising on here. Want to drop their link, but I'm not interested. And hopefully, if it's yeah, something from Amazon. I'm not sure what it is. It's a book. Um, but thank you for dropping in, uh, Ibrahim. Thank you, appreciate it. Um, and again, as always, I thank you for being here. Hashtag live if you're watching live, and if you are watching the replay, hashtag replay. Again, I thank you, and as always, God's happiness in your life. I love you, and I will talk to you soon.